It is time for the Nebraska Dairy Update. I'm Chad Moyer. On today's program, we get an update from Midwest Dairy talking about their annual report, which was just out. And here to tell us about that is Mackenzie Felt-Lewis. She is a communications manager with Midwest Dairy. Mackenzie, thanks for visiting with us here today. I know this is a regular thing, right? That the Midwest Dairy puts out an annual report kind of updating what the checkoff has been up to. Is there anything new or unique about this year's annual report, Mackenzie?
Yeah, so this is the third year that we've actually had it online. We do have paper copies available, but really encouraging farmers to go online and use this platform as it allows for a plethora more of information to be shared with farmers. But this year we tried really hard to highlight as many farmer voices as possible. You'll notice we've got some really great videos that highlight some of our farmer leaders across the 10-state region, and just really wanted to showcase how checkoff has affected them. Within our report, you can meet all of our farmer board chairs, which is new this year. So from each state, you can kind of tune in and see who those farmer leaders are and who you should be talking to if you have any ideas. And lastly, we also hear from our new CEO, Corey, which is super exciting, as well as Charles, our corporate board chair. They have a fun conversation and dialogue within there and just have some really insightful thoughts about the 2024 year.
All right, very good. Well, let's talk about that. This is the annual report for the 2024 calendar year. As you think about 2024, what are some of the things, the activations, the activities of Midwest Dairy that kind of really stick out, Mackenzie?
Yeah, there's many of them, but I really think about that online shopping boom that we saw, that grocery shopping just continuing to grow through the online platforms. And Midwest Dairy was very focused in 2024, trying to engage with these online shoppers through Instacart, who is one of our online grocery shopping service partners. We keep dairy at top of mind by working through this service, and we really encourage shoppers and consumers to put dairy in their cart. We did activations within Instacart throughout 2024, June Dairy Month, back to school time, the holiday season, and many, many others. I also jumped to just building trust, and we had an exciting new partner at the end of 2024 in the fall, where we partnered with the Big 12. So that really highlighted a large chunk of our 10-state region, including here in Nebraska. But we want to identify these areas to build trust through these collegiate activities. College campuses are a great place to meet people, but when we really dive into these collegiate sports, not only are we attracting Gen Z and the students who go to those schools, but we're also attracting parents and fans and a wider network. And that's why Midwest Dairy saw, huge value within the Big 12 conference. It's a multi-sport and state collaboration. So in 2024, we really hit it hard with the Kansas City women's soccer team, where they hosted the Big 12 soccer championships in October and November. But throughout 2025, we'll build on this and be partnering with other athletic events as well.
All right. Let's talk about some of the other partners of the Dairy Checkoff. In 2024, there were quite a few different partners, and obviously too many to talk about in this program, but give us some of the highlights. Who are some of the partners that kind of stuck out from 2024?
Yeah, there are many that, we really enjoy working with, but I think of the influential partners like Freddy's Frozen Custards and Steak Burgers, our grocery partners, Corborn's, Fairway, Hy-Vee, Jewel, Deerbergs, and so much more. And just how I just hit on some of those university works, the University of Nebraska, the University of Minnesota, the University of Arkansas, Iowa State University, just to name a few. And lastly, many influential online influencer partners as well. This list is long, but it is robust. Anywhere from pizza partners to college campuses, we've worked with them and we're continuing to expand those partnerships.
Okay. Do you think that that all of this work has made an impact? Because to have a goal of increasing trust, that's not necessarily a tangible. It's tough to feel that, but you can look at numbers. You can look at cheese sales or gallons of milk or, hundredweight, whatever marketed. So how do you, okay, first, was it successful? But second, how do you gauge that success?
I think a great example of that is yogurt. I just talked about all these categories going up. So I think calling out yogurt as kind of that interesting outlier, yogurt saw a significant uptick in sales due to its nutritional value and offering. We saw that protein was really packing a punch, and protein really had its moment at the end of 2024, and we're going to build on that into 2025. So really, our health and wellness messaging is clearly hitting the mark and helping some of those categories grow and do better. So as I think about just, the success that we saw, yogurt is definitely something that, it's tangible, and it's happening across other areas as well for dairy because checkoff is working hard to promote those values.
Okay. Thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate the information, the insight so much. Again, that's Mackenzie Felt-Lewis, Communications Manager with Midwest Dairy, telling us about the annual report for 2024. And of course, you can always, as always, find that online, midwestdairy.com, and you can find the annual report there. That is today's Nebraska Dairy Update. Chad Moyer reporting.